like button, please.
Through the divorce like me, yes. If you're not playing, but I can tell if he's playing. Trust me, I do my.
Do you want
If you want to I don't think mom and sister would like you on a live saying stuff like that. No, no, no.
Yeah, we in here. We in here. Let me see how many. Oh, bro got 20,000. When did this drop? 9 hours ago. Damn. So then they. Well, can't remember. Can you buy fake subscribers? I'm pretty sure you could buy fake subscribers, but not the bonnet, bro. He's like a red pill channel, but he got the bonnet, so he's not. You know, he's not making the manosphere and the RP community look good with the bonnet on his head in the profile pic. Maybe it's satire. Maybe he's being ironic or something. Yeah, something ain't right. Yeah, it says he has 20,000 subscribers, but a video from 2 weeks ago got 11 views. A video from 3 weeks ago got 6 views. Bro made 636 videos. I don't think you can fake that number. And he's getting 36 views and 11 views from 10 days ago. YouTube a motherfucker, man. YouTube a motherfucker. Anyway, go check bro out. He's called Devil's Avocado.
hello, hello, hello.
Not Tracy, right? All right. So who in here? We about to get started. What up, Lucky? Rare Breeze, let me know something in the live chat. Rumble lights, hit the like. Rumble lights, let me know something in the live chat.
Do you want to be a guest? Okay. I didn't know what the hell I was doing. Oh shit! Let me let my hair down. No, I'm just kidding. Wait a minute. You have to be a willing participant. Did you come here to be a guest or did you come to watch? I was coming to watch, but I'll be a guest. I'm a Leo girl. I like your personality already. Oh, oh shoot. Okay, Gazelle, where you calling me from, Mama? Connecticut, your
I'm
home
from
state.
Connecticut.
are you from? I'm from Hartford. Oh my God, yes, my old stopping grounds. I'm from Waterbury, Connecticut. Okay. Okay. How old are you, Gazelle? 60. I'll be 61 July 29th. I'm a Leo. Proud. Okay, Gazelle, where you calling me from, Mama? Connecticut. Your I'm home from state. Connecticut. What part of Connecticut are you from? I'm from Hartford. Oh my God, yes, my old stopping grounds. I'm from Waterbury, Connecticut. Okay. Okay. How old are you, Gazelle? 60. I'll be 61 July 29th. I'm a Leo. 60. Proud Leo. What you do for a living? I'm an entrepreneur. I have a construction commercial cleaning company, Sister Soldier Environmental Services, for since 2012. I'm also a disabled veteran, but I'm really not disabled. Anyways, I just get a
Why would you say that? Well, like seriously, snitching on themselves. 61, 61, and don't know better than telling yourself. 61 on a dating app. It's just not okay. It's just not okay. And she's just, I don't know, she's just a lot already. I couldn't deal with this first thing in the morning. I can't deal with it now. I guess it is the first thing in the morning, but can you imagine dealing with this day in and day out for the rest of your days?
entrepreneur. I have a construction commercial cleaning company, Sister Soldier Environmental Services, for since 2012. I'm also a disabled veteran, but I'm really not disabled. Anyways, I just get a check. Giselle, do you know this is a worldwide show? It's okay, baby. It's all in my book, anyways. We good. We good, boo. We good. We good. At this age,
It's all in my book. So I'm telling on myself in my book as well. Isn't this some type of fraud? I mean, what? Veterans fraud or something? None of them are in their right minds, man. Like, oh my goodness, man. Is anybody surprised that she's single? It's not funny, Kendra. I mean, Kendra think everything a joke. B Dubs think everything is a joke. Everything is about being performative, and they wonder why they're married at a 1 in 4 rate. Everything not a joke. B Dubs don't take life serious. They just don't. Nobody wants to read your book. Like, here's the thing. I would write a book. Even before y'all knew me, I was thinking about writing a book, but it's not to actually sell a lot of copies. It's just really something for myself, just to publish a book, self accomplishment. But it wouldn't be the flex, like, oh yeah, I got my own book, right? Like, no, I might not even tell nobody about it. Just write it, publish it, have it on Amazon, and just let it be. Maybe tell your mama or something. But women, especially B Dubs, they're gonna use every opportunity to make it seem like they're the biggest boss. It's all in my book.
anyways, I just get a check. Giselle, do you know this is a worldwide show? It's okay, baby. It's all in my book, anyways. We good. We good, boo. We good. We good. At this age, it just don't matter. Folks gonna think what they gonna think and say what they gonna say, baby. At this stage of the game. Okay. Giselle, you are funny. Okay. So
No, she's not funny. And this is what woes mean when they say they're funny. I'm over the top, I'm ridiculous, I'm absurd, I uncontrollably laugh and giggle at stuff that really ain't that funny. That's their definition of funny. When woes say, "Oh, I'm funny," or "Oh, I got this girlfriend, she's so funny," this is exactly what they mean. Men don't find it funny, I assure you.
Okay.
Gazelle, you are funny. Okay. So we got Gazelle, Hartford, 60, entrepreneur. Do you have any kids?
Grown. Grown and gone. But
Grown
yes,
and gone. Okay.
grown and
How
gone.
many how many kids?
I have three sons living. I lost Emmanuel in 2002, but he's still
Sorry.
with us. Emmanuel means God is with us. So he's with us. And I have three sons and a daughter, seven grandchildren, not bad for an only child. um, yeah. Oh my goodness, I can't believe this.
Okay. Have you ever been married, Gazelle?
I have twice. My I got divorced in 2013.
It's time to just let it go. It's time to let it go now. So I can't even keep up with how many kids. What, 4 or 5? Anywhere from 3 to 5 kids. Y'all can help me in the live chat. But and then 7 grandkids. And you're right. I'll give her credit. That isn't bad for an only child. You did your thing for an only child. You really did. But as far as, I guess keeping a legacy going or something. But, you know, after 2 marriages, it's just time to hang it up. It's a 73% rate of divorce as far as third marriages. You lived your life. You had your chances to make a relationship work with a man that you reproduce life with. A serious relationship with a man just ain't for you anymore. Or it never was, but that's solidified now after 2 failed marriages. So just hang it up. Enjoy your 7 grandkids. Have a great relationship with your children. Cause you're freaking obnoxious, lady. So I don't wish you on any man. I don't got the meme board if y'all can't tell already, but she would have got memed to smithereens by this point. Um, if y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, let's get the donations up. $25 keeps us on 2 hours. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box. Let's get it.
13.
13. Okay. Okay. So we got Gazelle, Hartford, 60, entrepreneur, mom of three sons, married twice. And what's your zodiac sign?
A Leo. I told you that in the beginning, girl. Proud Leo.
All
Yeah.
right. Well, let's get to it. Gazelle, Hartford, 60, Leo, entrepreneur, mom of three sons, married twice. What kind of man you looking for?
Woo. I love a man with integrity and good character, honest. I've recently been introduced to meeting individuals on social media, and oh my God, folks don't want to get their real phone numbers. Everything is WhatsApp. One dude was just he might be on here. I don't know. But Kendra, he told me he came from the floor of Wall Street, and we did because he has an Android and I have an iPhone. I'm telling you too much information, but this shit is funny as hell. But we had an opportunity to do the FaceTime, and I was like, "Is that your bike behind you?" And I'm not that.
This is just too much, people. What up, Divine Photos? What up, everybody? T. Orlando, William, uh, Total Misdemeanor, Lucky. But yeah, it's just, this is just too much. You cussing. You want a man with character and integrity. Look, you broken up 2 homes. You don't have character and integrity. You know, you promised God that you would stay with both of those men, and you broke your promise to God. So you don't have character and integrity. You know, and men don't. But she's not smart enough to know this. But men don't want to hear about you talking about an experience you had with a man recently you was dating on a dating show trying to find a new man. Make it make sense, people. Because they get caught up in sister girl talk. You're not here to sister girl talk with Kendra. Well, actually, I think a lot of women do call up to sister girl talk with Kendra, and maybe finding a man is just would be like a bonus. It'd be like a bonus. They really most of them call up here for look one of 3 reasons or one of 2 reasons. One to just sister girl talk with their idol, Two, I want to make my situationship or relationship jealous, make them get on their stuff because I'm on the Kendra G show. I told you I could move on. Or three, they come up here looking for help, really, looking for some financial assistance. And maybe 10% of the time, women are genuinely calling up to find somebody and find love. That's probably the breakdown.
Your bike behind you. And I'm not people that don't drive. But how do you go from working on the Wall Street to riding a bike to the diner? He's I'm done. Anyways, so yeah, I'm very highly spiritual. Yes, I'm on the books at a local church here, cathedral, and all of that. However, as long as they have a relationship with God, I'm good. Um, yeah, love children. I founded a nonprofit for children who have a parent incarcerated. I hire individuals coming out of prison, other veterans such as myself.
That's just too much going on. You already got like 3 or 4 kids with 7 grandkids. Then you got a nonprofit, and then you dealing with what convicts to help them get a job. It's just too much. It's just too much going on. It seems like your life is filled. I don't feel like you just sit around the house moping around wishing you had a partner. It seems like you got plenty of stuff going on. So just please stay single for your sake and everybody's sake. Like for safety reasons, I believe that women over 60 shouldn't still be on the dating market. And then for just human decency, I don't feel like women over 40 should still be trying to date. It's going to be best at that point. It's going to be best for you and every potential man who would have been involved if you just don't date anymore, and probably better for your family and all that. Your mental health, your spiritual health. After 40, just hang it up, ladies, and after 60, for safety reasons, hang it up.
Yeah, love children. I founded a nonprofit for children who have a parent incarcerated. I hire individuals coming out of prison, other veterans such as myself. My crew leader is actually a Navy vet. And let's see. I love the, what type of guy I like. Listen, please have a passport because I love to travel. I have like 4 vacations I have to use indefinitely. It wasn't going to sell me the 6 package without it being indefinite dates. Because as an entrepreneur, it's tough getting away sometimes.
Here we go with this traveling stuff again. I'm just tired, man. I'm just tired. I'm so tired. You got 4 trips to go on. People, look, do men like traveling that much? And if they do they like traveling with grandmas? I think they'd rather go get something young and hang out with when they go travel. This is a shame right here. What, ma'am? What? Why? Philly bound on a Greyhound? Is that where she goes to travel? Well, to go to what, a masquerade cabaret with a few beautiful queens in the city of brotherly love? No. What do we have here, Grandma? Yeah, this shows who she is fully. This is a 60-plus-year-old woman hoe posing in front of a Benz like it's 1986 again. Or 1956, I don't know. Not 56, but yeah, we'll just go with 86. Because how many years ago? Yeah, that was about 40 years ago, wasn't it? Or I'm sure. Yeah, that was about 40 years ago. It ain't 86 no more, Grandma. This is sad, and you're an embarrassment to the legacy that you built. This is crazy work. Not the shoes matching the purse with the little gold on the dress. This is stupid. This is silly and stupid right here. She said, God's gift to me. It seems like the more I make my life not about Gigi, the blessings continue to. I mean, oh yeah, God bless your child's soul that you lost, but this is not okay still. I don't think Gigi would be proud, with all due respect. Not running for mayor.
Pleasure to be here with you all this morning, and I'm grateful and honored to be asked to participate in this questionnaire from Hartford Votes. The first question is, what do I believe is Hartford's most critical need right now? I believe Hartford's most critical need would be to address the violence by addressing the root cause of crime. And as someone who does not believe a mayor should operate in a vacuum, I would call on the entire community to help in this fight against violence, whether it's donating time, money, or mentoring. The community is sick and tired of all this senseless violence that's going on, and it's going to take all of us to come together in love and unity. No big eyes.
It's enough of that. Let's continue, unfortunately. If y'all want me to stay on 2 hours, let's get the donations up. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Let's get it.
I love to travel. I have like 4 vacations I have to use indefinitely. They wasn't going to sell me the 6 package without it being indefinite dates. Because as an entrepreneur, it's tough getting away sometimes. But more easier since I've been in over 10 years. I just go when I want to go. So, yeah. Oh, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. Yeah,
Well,
that's the
let me
type
jump
of
in. Let me
thing.
jump in. Okay, I
Yes.
got a couple questions. So you were talking to the man, and he didn't have a car. He owns a bike.
It's the
And look, and that you should have treated him like he was James Bond, the Black James Bond. That's all these women qualify for, bro. They qualify. Like, I'm sorry, after 40, I don't care if you look like Halle Berry. After 40, you qualify for a man who is in between jobs and rides a bike and catches the bus. At some point, you just become a low quality woe. I don't care how fine you are anymore. That don't matter no more after 40. Your brain's 40. And you've been failing at dating for 22 years. So being super fine can't even fix it and offset it. So after 40, that's why I say after 40, stop dating. Because all you qualify for is low quality men you're going to complain about and yada, yada, yada. So just stop.
He didn't have a car. He owns a bike.
it's the presentation. You understand what I'm saying? Just be real with who you are, where you're at in life. Even at this late stage of the game, I feel like life is just beginning for me. I finally have an opportunity to just do Giselle. But just be real with where you are, point blank, period. You don't have to make yourself out to be someone that you're not. I come from nothing. I ain't, this God has been good because I believe in serving others. So when you serve God's people, he will serve you. As long as you're doing it for the right reason and with no ill intent and motives, but just keep it real. You don't have to tell me you some Wall Street floor guy and then I find out you a runner or all of this. And that was years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, anyways,
And yeah, fellas, don't cap. Just be who you are. These chicks ain't worth lying to or lying for. But yeah, I guess men in their ego. Yeah, when men get to a certain age, they want to present like a big dog no matter what they do. I get it. Because they feel like at this age in my life as a man, I should be a big dog in some capacity. But it's okay. You know, it's okay if you're not a big dog. 90% of men aren't. And you just seem more cringe when you try to posture like you're a big dog when you just clearly aren't. But yeah, she might not be a bad person, but she's a bad dating option. I'm glad she's serving the community and serving God's people. But as far as a dating option, hell no.
ill intent and motives, but Just keep it real. You don't have to tell me you some Wall Street floor guy and then I find out you a runner or all of this and that was years ago. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, anyways, that's it. Just be real.
Okay. So what are your deal breakers?
Smokers. Oh my God. I must have had a traumatizing experience as a child with cigarettes because, smokers. I like good hygiene. I love men cologne. I want them to smell good, look good. I'm a Leo. You know what I'm saying? So you got, listen, I'm sitting in my living room. I got on a nice little sundress because I did the phone thing with do. Otherwise, I'd have been in my gown, ready to get up in the morning, do some things around the house, that type stuff. Oh my God. I love you.
Let's before I talk, let's see this outburst she was about to do before I cut her off from this outburst. Hold on.
Up in the morning, do some things around the house, that type stuff. Oh my God. I love you, Kendra. You are so beautiful. And I'm so glad you're from Connecticut. That like blows me away. Oh my goodness.
CC,
Their love struck with Kendra G. You would think these women are talking to Sandra Bullock, or while I say Sandra Bullock, you would think these women are talking to Michelle Obama or something. Like, oh my god, you would think these women are talking to Oprah or something. And even then, I wouldn't get it, but then I would kind of get it. She's a cultural icon, like she's Oprah, like I get it. But it's Kendra G, not Oprah Dub. Like, ah, this is what I want to talk about. What man dreams of waking up to a grandma in a nightgown doing housework? Men stay, men are in relationships with women in their 50s and 60s when they've been with her since the 20s or even 30s. Men aren't looking to start a relationship with a woman in her 50s and 60s. It doesn't even make sense biologically. I mean, for men to be interested in a old woman to start a relationship with. Unless he's looking for, I mean, at 60, unless he's looking for a nurse wife.
Kendra, you are so beautiful. And I'm so glad you're from Connecticut. That like blows me away. Oh my goodness.
CC, baby, CC. I love you back, baby girl. Okay, let me see if I can finish. So, should the guy look a certain way?
At this stage of the game, it's more about what's in your heart, what's going on the inside. I'm not saying that a shadow look wanting someone to look a certain way, but it's more important that you're good from the inside out. You know. But yeah, and as long as there's chemistry, I'm not gonna. I used to be.
Chemistry is over. Look, chemistry is over after 30. Forget about chemistry after 30. It's time to get practical. There's not going to be some fiery chemistry. AKA, I still want Tyrone at 60. I still want a fine man, Kendra, at 60. They never let it go. They never let it go. Chemistry is an unrealistic standard to me, after 40, chemistry is an unrealistic standard. 30 to 40. I mean, I'll give you a pass a little bit in 30s, but if you've been failing since 15, yeah, it's unrealistic at 30. You've been dating since 15, yeah, it's unrealistic. You have 15 years to try to make something work on the chemistry side. Why would a man have sexual chemistry with a grandma? It just don't even make logical sense. What up, Vince? Thanks for watching. Appreciate the support. If you don't mind, Vince, can you say your age and how long you've been watching the channel? I'm just curious.
Inside. I'm not a shadow. I'm not saying that a shadow look more.
Hey. I love you back, baby girl. Okay, let me see if I can finish. So,
Another thing, Kendra just be calling people anything. This is a 60-year-old woman. She's probably 65, whatever. You're calling a 60-year-old woman, technically old enough to be your mama, really. I mean, she could have had you at 14. It's not that absurd in the black community. I mean, it's still absurd, but you know what I mean. It's not that far fetched in the black community. So she's old enough to be your mom, and you're calling her baby girl. Like, do you even think before you talk, Kendra? There's no self awareness whatsoever. Speaking of Kendra, I got a video to go over. I don't know if I'm gonna have time, but I might have to just make time to do it anyway, or I might just set it up for tonight. All right, that's what's up, Vince. I think I remember you now in a couple of other live streams. This isn't your first live, I don't think.
should the guy look a certain way?
At this stage of the game, it's more about what's in your heart, what's going on the inside. You know, I'm not a shadow. I'm not saying that a shadow look wanting someone to look a certain way, but it's more important that you're good from the inside out. You know, but yeah, and as long as there's chemistry, I'm not gonna. I used to be into the tall, dark, handsome, all that, but baby. I had to tone it down, you know, and yeah, because look, I'm 5 foot 1.5, so you ain't got you don't have to be a whole giant. You know what I'm saying? We gonna have some fun regardless. It ain't what you got, it's how you work what you got. You know, when
Okay.
the type of person. So no, they don't have to. I will be honest. You know, I've never dated outside my race, so not saying that I'm prejudiced. I got some real cool peoples in my life, all different races, nationalities. You know, belief systems. However, you know, maybe because I'm from the hood of Hollywood. I'm from. Listen, I've been worldwide. I've traveled the world and all of that, but I have an attraction for my brothers, you
Okay.
know.
So, black men. Okay. Should he make a certain amount of money?
Okay. I'm not gonna even say that. Long as he's a hard worker. Look, my first husband, listen, when he got with me, he was on the back of the garbage truck. By the time we got done, he was driving the trucks. You know, listen, look, let's see. I'm gonna say no. However, I have experienced when a woman makes a certain amount of money, it can intimidate certain.
Here we go again. Here we go again. Here we go. Here the we go. I'm gonna just live perform the memes. Is this camera on me? That's stupid. Use your common sense. And they love that word intimidated, don't they? That says so much about a woe's mental state that she would even utter that word out of her mouth pertaining to men. The fact that she's been divorced twice should pretty much tell you she don't respect men. You know, she just got too much going on. But no, we're not intimidated. We just don't like you. Big difference.
Look. Let's see. I'm going to say no. However, I have experienced when a woman makes a certain amount of money, it can intimidate certain men. So as long as they're comfortable and content and where they are in life and looking to grow, no matter where they're at, what age, I can work with that. I can work with that, you know. Yes.
Okay. Now, Gazelle, it's time for the Kendra Cam.
Oh, wait. I just did this for a dude on the right. Hold on.
Well,
Let
are
me
you
see.
just talking to the guy tonight?
Yes, he just.
This camera on me. What? What? I remember that meme. What other meme can I live perform for that moment? You are really done. You are really done for real. And it is that. Oh my goodness, man. Why would you say that on here? Why would you bring that man up at all on this whole interview? Let alone admit that I just put on this dress. I forgot she said that earlier. I just got dressed up for another dude before I called you. How desperate are you, Grandma? Or let me guess. Oh, and she also mentioned, do y'all remember when she said he probably on here watching this? I told you they come on here to make whoever they talking to jealous. I told you. Goodness, man. Self awareness on zero. Skater, how long have you been watching the channel and how old are you, if you don't mind? If you don't mind. Skater Pro. I don't remember seeing you before. This probably ain't your first live, but can you say your age and how long you've been watching the channel?
Okay. Now, Gazelle, it's time for the Kendra Cam.
Oh, wait. I just did this for a dude on the right. Hold on.
Well,
Let
are
me
you
see.
just talking to the guy tonight?
Yes, he just got listen. That's why I threw my because I was in my nightwear. I'm 60, baby. I was in my nightwear and let's see. I would have been real just for you guys, but this is my 60.
Woo! Woo! 60, get it. Okay.
Hey.
Grow the up. That true growth. That true growth as a human just isn't there. You 16? Is she 14 years old? Mentally, yes. Most woes don't grow past 20. And that's max. I'm talking doctorate level woman. See, and I know she would say, "Oh, I need a man who's lively because I'm lively. I'm young at heart." It won't help. Being young at heart will help your SMV. This is a 14-year-old in a 60-year-old's body. Look at Kendra face. So amused. The sisterhood is just, it's a joke. Look how happy and amused Kendra is at this silly stuff. Keep in mind, Kendra's a woman pushing 50 herself. These are two 60-year, these are two teenagers in a 46-year-old body and in a 61-year-old body.
Let's see. I would have been real just for you guys, but this is my 60.
Woo! Woo! 60, get it. Okay.
Hey. Woo.
Gazelle, you are a good time.
That's what my
Wait,
friends
okay, so
say.
I missed that part of the story. So you FaceTime, where was the guy at that you FaceTimed?
New York, Long Island, and
So he was in Long Island, New York, and y'all FaceTime, and he has a bike, and that turned you off.
that wasn't the only thing that turned me off, Kent.
Let me be very clear. Nobody cares what turns off a 61-year-old woman. Nobody. A 90-year-old man doesn't care what turns on or turns off a 61-year-old woman. They still don't get it. They still think they're the chooser. But like I said, I mean, they're 14 years old mentally, so they're still in that space. They still think they're the one that's doing the choosing. See, people always had a debate: who's the chooser, the man or the woman? Who's the picker? Well, it's simple. When it comes to the top 10 percenters, the man is the picker. When it comes to the bottom 90 percenters, the woman is the picker and the chooser and the one on the throne getting the pick and swipe away and, you know, send men to the lion's den. Yeah, when it comes to the bottom 90% of men.
Y'all FaceTime, and he has a bike, and that turned you off.
That wasn't the only thing that turned me off, Kendra. I appreciate a good communicator. You know, smoking is one of my what do you call it, deal breakers. And they were smoking. Um, he made a comment. He said he just had a birthday in June. And, and I was telling him, well, mine's the end of the month. And dude made this comment. Well, he said he was joking, but usually when folks make a comment such as that, it's like, pay attention when people tell you who they are. He said, first he had mentioned how some friends are going out on a boat to tell you more than welcome to come down. And I'm adventurous. I'll risk take. I'll jump in the car and, and well, maybe you can pick me up. And and I was like, he's like, well, what kind of food you like? I said, well, I'm a seafood lover. Used to be in love with lobster, but the lobsters these days haven't been as good as the scallops. So, I could go for some scallops. He said, yeah, well, I tell you what, since my birthday was a few weeks ago, you got me, right? You got me. And yeah. And I'll get you in a few weeks. And I was like, baby, I could buy my own lobster, scallops, and fish fillet. Don't even worry about it. It was just a presentation.
You gotta pay to play, grandma. 60-year-old men gotta pay to play, and they embrace it. They embrace paying to play. So, like I said, yes, ma'am. You're at the stage in your life where you gotta pay for a brother scallops, lobster tails, and you gotta pick him up for the day if you don't want to ride on the back of his bicycle. That's the stage you're at in life. You had two husbands. You should have made it work with one of them. So now you got to pick up niggas and put their bike in your trunk. I hope your trunk's big, cause I'm putting my bike in it. Y'all know where that's from. That's where she at. And another thing I want to say, these women still think they have the SMV to dismiss guys because they said a distasteful joke. Or he wasn't joking. I agree that he wasn't joking. But even if he was or wasn't, like you're not in a position where you can nitpick and dismiss a guy because he smoke and all that. You're just not in that position anymore. If you want a companion, it's time to settle. Point blank, period. And even then, the bicycle guy will be settling for you.
And and I'll get you in a few weeks. And I was like, baby, I could buy my own lobster, scallops, and fish fillet. Don't even worry about it. It was just a presentation. Um, it was kind of a turn off for me.
No, I understand. Listen, this is a PSA announcement. There are a lot of men who are expecting women to pay for them.
And Kendra, that's where you're at now. That's exactly where you're at now, Kendra. Because look, you're always around high value men. You always brag about how those are the only guys I really even kick it around or be in the same room with. And you haven't closed the deal. You haven't closed the deal. How long has it been since the scammer scandal? 6 months? How long has it been since she broke up with the scammer? Was that the beginning of this year? What? Somebody help me out. Let's just call it 6 months. You've been on the dating market dating for 6 months. What's the problem? You got all you. I mean, you should have had all these men waiting in the wings for you to break up with the scammer. Cause everybody, you a public figure, and you always out and about. There weren't any high value men just waiting in the wing. Like I can't wait till she leave that African ashy foot dude, cause I'm gonna slide in. What's the problem, Kendra? You're at the point where you're gonna have to pay for a situation if you want a companion. If a high value man was gonna work out with you in a relationship, it would have worked out before 46. You have a resume full of failed relationships. A failed relationship is the reason why you started this show. You spoke about that many times. And then you had another dude before the scammer, I believe, where you was on here talking about he know what it is and he know he better act right, or I'm gone. I'm like, oh yeah, she don't respect that man. She talking about him like that on a public platform. Oh yeah, she don't respect that man. That's what you qualify for now, Kendra. Scammers and dudes you won't respect. Period. That's what you qualify for. Or you could stay single. But yeah, we know you know from experience, Kendra, about dudes these days wanting to be paid for.
Was kind of a turn off for me, you
No, I
know?
understand. Listen, this is a PSA announcement. There are a lot of men who are expecting women to pay for them. And listen, I don't even judge because everybody got their own scenario. But unfortunately, what you just said, I hear this a lot from a lot of women, and um, but I feel like that guy. I do think. Here's what I will say. I think a man should pay for the first date, but he should also take you somewhere according to his budget, right?
Mhm.
So he should be responsible for paying, but if his budget is breakfast, because I feel like, listen, fellas, if you don't have a lot of money, if you got $50, you could do breakfast for two.
Slores aren't worth breakfast. What do I tell you, fellas? If you're gonna date a chick, talk to her on the phone for a week. Call her every day for a week. If you're thinking about taking her out, you kind of dig her, think it could go somewhere or whatever you're looking for. Call her for a week, even if it's just 20 minutes a day after work. Most women won't make it to the date if you have a talk to you on the phone for a week before I take you on a date policy. 95% won't make the cut. This woman wouldn't have made the cut. You know how annoyed we were when the video first started, the first 30 seconds? She wouldn't have made it past the first day of talking on the phone. Kendra wouldn't make it past the first day of talking on the phone if I was thinking about taking Kendra on a date and she was interested in me. She wouldn't make it past the first date. She all loud, her obnoxious laugh. She wouldn't have made it.
You don't have a lot of money. If you got $50, you could do breakfast for two for $50, right? And that's what you do. Now, if
Yeah.
the woman doesn't agree to that, then you keep it moving because that's what you have to contribute. And I think that is fair and worthy.
Hmm.
But if you know you can't pay for the first date, then you should be figuring out how you can pay for a first date. I do think a man has to pay for the first date. I think when you get into a relationship, I think partnership, and that's what most relationships really are. They're really partnerships. So I know y'all think all these women live in these, they not contributing to the Bill's life. That's not really how it's working. A lot of women are contributing to the households. That's more common than not. But in the courting stage, a man should step up and pay for the first date.
Agree.
I mean, I don't have a problem with that. I mean, I agree if she make it past the week talking phase. And yeah, it's not going to be a lot of money spent on you, if any. Like, yeah, $50 at max. We might not even go out to eat. I want to see what you about. Cause look, I'm telling you right now, when a woe really like you, she just want to be in your presence. So I might not take her out on a date until the fourth date, or maybe the third. Maybe that should be the rule. A week talking phase. If she make it past that phase, uh, 3 dates of not hardly spending any money. 3 dates under $20. And if she make it past that, then she can maybe get $100 date. It's levels. It's levels. How about this? A week talking phase, three under $20 or free dates, and then Within those 3 dates, she got to offer to treat me to a date. Within those three cheap to free dates, and then after that, she can get a fancy restaurant.
The households. That's more common than not. But in the courting stage, a man should step up and pay for the first date.
Agreed, Kendra.
Yeah.
Agreed. Thank you for that.
Yes. And a sign asking from the door, you paying for him, those are early signs that that's what he desires.
Correct.
Was he attractive?
No, I mean, well, no, he was okay. He was okay. He had a nice set of teeth. He was okay. I mean, he was a little younger. You know what I'm saying? I like him a little younger. You know, anyways, just a little.
That was creepy. Even Kendra had to cringe. I mean, look at that face. That's a cringe smile. Look at Kendra's face. She like, that was a little creepy. But they're never gonna say that. If it was a guy that said it like that, she was like, "Sir, that's a little creepy. That sounded a little creepy." But she's not gonna offend the sisterhood. The sisterhood is her bread and butter. So yeah, Kendra is gonna have a advice group now where she's gonna lead, more women to Hades faster for money. She's gonna charge for her terrible dating advice, and these women are gonna flock to it and to take advice from a woman who can't keep a man to save her life. They're gonna flock to it. There's nothing black women love more than getting scammed for their money. But yeah, she said, "Oh, he wasn't really attractive." Ma'am, do you think you're attractive? No promo, but I'll bet anything that he's more attractive than you. No promo. I would probably find him more attractive than I find you attractive. Okay, did I go too far? But y'all know what I'm trying to say. But let's let's just continue.
He was okay. He had a nice set of teeth. He was okay. I mean, he was a little younger. You know what I'm saying? I like him a little younger. You know, anyways, just a little.
Ooh,
56, just a little.
okay, let's keep going. Because now, did I ask you when was your last relationship?
I was actually engaged to a guy out of Philly in 20. I ended it in 2023.
Yeah, just please stop, ma'am. Married twice, broken engagement. Please just stop. For everybody's sake. Please stop. Goodness, what up, Mr. Cut? It's crazy work, man. Absolutely crazy work. A broken engagement on top of everything else. Can't make this crap up.
I was actually engaged to a guy out of Philly in 20. I ended it in 2023. Um, yes, he remarried. He got married for like 4 months after Kendra. Go figure. You know, uh, Guess I made the right decision. You know,
Why did you get married 4 months after? Oh, he was dating somebody. Wait, he was engaged to you and then somebody else at the
for
same time?
like a year and a half, baby, and however, that's one of the reasons why I really encourage women to take when it comes to long distance relationships.
61-year-old woman still engaging in a long distance relationship where she got engaged. She got engaged to a long distance relationship at 61. It's just this is all just so silly. It's all just so silly. Mm-hmm.
However, that's one of the reasons why I really encourage women to take, when it comes to long distance relationships, it's difficult to know what anyone is doing when you're 400 miles away from one another. You understand? And um, so that was the case. And of course, I was told that, it just happened, but, from what I'm told, for individuals who, even I've heard it out of her own mouth that they've known each other for like many years. You know what I'm
This woman is a whole black flag, y'all. Whole black flag. Let's get some donations up, even if it's $5, $10, just so you know. I clocked something for this stream. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat. Or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box.
saying? So I don't know
How'd you
what.
hear her? You talked to her?
No, I didn't. Actually, I did talk to her. I did. She called my phone. Kendra, stop it.
What she call your
She
phone?
called my phone.
How is any of this attracting a new man? Can somebody just help me out with that? How is any of this attracting a new man?
When? After she got married?
After they was married, she called my phone. I don't know who, because they say she a fighter, and I'm not. Listen, I'm not that person anymore. So I would hate for anything to. But yes, that, yeah.
Why did she call you if she was already the wife?
Right. When you want to know that, well, But anyways, listen. My first experience with the boyfriend was sixth grade, Sand Elementary School. Right. Yep, I had a boyfriend. Listen, we didn't get curious until like the eighth grade. But the point that I'm making is that we were boyfriend girlfriend from sixth grade through high school. That was unknown, unheard of. We walked the stage together in high school, like 9 years. The point that I'm making is that like 40 years later, his ex-wife still be tripping over me. Like, and I'm like, I don't want him. He's just was my first love. I was his first love. My first child is by him. But my son is 45. I ain't been with that dude in over 40 years. Look, but she didn't have a problem with him working for my company, Kendra. And if it gets too bad,
Hold on, your son is 45. Wait a minute, and you're 61? So teen mom too? Yeah, this woman's a whole problem.
45. I ain't been with that dude in over 40 years. Look, but she didn't have a problem with him working for my company, Kendra. And if it gets too bad, it just gets bad. I was able to hire him a few years ago and put him to work in the building where his mother lives. That, rest her soul, she's recently deceased, and that was fine. But like, how you don't have a problem with him coming home with Sister Soldier checks, but you got an issue with me? But and why? Because I mean, listen, we need to be family up in this thing. You know what I mean? That's like we have children and got grands. Anyways,
Once again, how is any of this attracting a new man? Even Kendra is like, okay, this is getting stupid and ridiculous now.
Okay, so couple things. Are you talking about your ex-husband?
my ex-husband, no, my ex-husband from 2023, he was someone from my past also that I chose. Anytime I take a leap of faith, it's always a leap of faith because you don't really know.
If it was gonna work out with any of the dudes from your past, it would have worked out. But it just shows how desperate she is at this point. This is just. Is any of this better than just staying with one of your husbands? Seriously. This is mental illness at this point. Everybody shout out Vince X. He donated $5 so we at least clock something on the board for the stream. He says, become a member. If you're not, it's worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna do some membership exclusive episodes this weekend, like I usually do. Um, if any of the members in the live chat want to make any suggestions of what you want to see today for the membership exclusive episode, I'm probably gonna do it right after this. So Vince, is there anything you want me to go over or something? I don't know. Pop the balloon, find a Kendra to go over, snow bunnies, whatever. Um, Let me know what y'all want to see in the membership exclusive episodes.
But
So who?
yeah.
Okay, so why? Okay, because the question is, when was your last relationship?
My last relationship was in 2023, baby girl, with the one that I was engaged to out of Philly. I ended that engagement. They're going, they've moved on, gotten married. That's over. Um, and I'm not so quick to jump in committed relationships because, listen, I'm a grandmother. You understand? So I'm at a place where, as much as I love, I can wait on the right love. I'm not just going to be with someone for the sake of being with someone.
But like I said, look, after 30, like I said, after 30, you had 12 years to figure out the chemistry and love and fairy tale stuff. After 30, the fairy tale stuff and love stuff ain't for you. It's time to just be with anybody who's a decent human being and just respect him and take care of him, and he'll take care of you. And just for practical reasons, it ain't about love no more after 30, and definitely not after 60. It's time to find somebody who a good person who y'all can have a mutual respect for each other and just take care of each other for practical reasons. It ain't about love after 30 and damn sure not after 40, 50 and 60.
I'm at a place where, as much as I love, I can wait on the right love. I'm not just going to be with someone for the sake of being with someone. There's too much of that going on. You tell someone you're single and you look good. I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front. And folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she have? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life.
That's a meme. Oh, I gotta stop making memes, y'all. There's only so much space on a hard drive. There's only so much space on a meme board. I really gotta stop making memes, but I don't know. This might have to be one that I make an exception for. I got enough memes, but hold on, cause a meme is coming. And look at Kendra face. Like, hold on. This gonna be you, Kendra. Trust me, Kendra. This gonna be you. I'm 61, sexy, loving life. I got my money up. This is gonna be you, Kendra. At 61, I assure you. But you know what's crazy? Kendra was really happy when she was with the scammer. She had a different type of glow. You know, uh, it's not that I don't want Kendra to find some. Well, I'm thinking about from the man perspective. Is she gonna be a good woman to a man? No, she's not. So actually, I don't want her to find somebody for a man's sake. I don't. I don't want him to have to put up with this nonsense. So never mind. But this is gonna be you, Kendra. I'm sexy. I got two Benzes. I got a Bentley out, drop top, and I'm 61, sexy, vibrant. This gonna be you, Kendra. Promise. You looking at you, Kendra. In 15 years.
Being with someone. There's too much of that going on. You tell someone you're single and you look good. I'm riding around and I got a drop top for the summer, a truck for the winter, the work truck out front. And folks is looking at the outside like, why is she single? Why does she have? There's nothing wrong with being single. I'm single, sexy, happy, living and enjoying life. And when the right one comes along, by the grace of God, I'll know it and we'll move ahead from there.
Okay. So,
Even Kendra gotta laugh at her, but don't laugh too hard, Kendra. Cause like I said, this you. You looking in the mirror. Everybody shout out Skater Pro. He donated $5. Um, I would show you the meme compilation, but the meme board is downstairs. But appreciate it, Skater. Appreciate it. We got 30 people in here. That's what's up. That's what's up. Look, hey, we just made $10 in donations. I'm trying to finish this, but I don't know if I will because this goes on for a long time. How long I've been on? I've been on about an hour. I don't know. Can we get 15 more dollars in donations to solidify a 2 hour stream? I don't know. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs, all at the top of the chat, or super chat, super sticker, dollar symbol on the right of the chat box.
By the grace of God, I'll know it and we'll move ahead from there.
okay. So, Cause you know you a lot, girl. When was the last time you was intimate with someone? You don't have to answer.
And I'm not. I watch enough shows and I don't have to. Thank you, baby.
3 flaws you have to work on.
Three. I have a list, but
Why you holding your belly like that? I mean, I'm not trying to clown grandma, but it's just stay single, baby, please. Why was she holding her belly like? Okay, just stay single, please.
yes, I can. I can tone down my delivery. I can, like, when my daughter runs my crew, they're happy, like, good, Giselle is not out, because I could be a little militant, like, but at the same time I give bonuses, I treat them good, I take them out to eat if they need an advance, they can get it, or
So so yeah, she just admitted she's domineering, controlling, bossy, aggressive, masculine. Single file line, guys. Single file line.
like, good, Giselle is not out, because I could be a little militant, like, but at the same time I give bonuses, I treat them good, I take them out to eat if they need an advance, they can get it, or whatever. But I can tone that down some. I guess it's the only child militant type can come out, but so I can work on that. I can work on, I tend to look for the good in people and always see just the good. When I'm learning to be a little bit more discerning, and look beyond the what do you call it, the mask in that initial presentation. So I can definitely work on that. Like tomorrow, I was planning a thrift giveaway. I saw a lady on Facebook where she was doing a thrift shop, but she was selling her shit. God told me, just give it away, just give it all away, just give it away. So, and I tend to overly
Right.
give. I would have a lot more if I just hold it back a little bit, Giselle. Um, let's see. So, I have a list of things that I can work on, but I also have a list of things that are amazing about me. I have a spirit of forgiveness, kindness. I'm giving, loving. I love children. I love people. Period. I just love people.
You love people, but you just said that you're domineering. Basically, you didn't say this, but essentially said you're bossy, domineering. You know, to me, if you love people, you don't treat people like that. We already know that she's like she says she's a drill sergeant when it comes to her employees. If you really have a loving, sweet, Christ-like heart, even in situations where you have authority over people, you don't treat people like that. I had a store manager. He wasn't like the everyday manager, but he was like the regional manager or something. And when I first met him, he gave me this speech about finding Christ. Man, that dude treated everybody like garbage. He treated everybody like garbage, bossed people around, treated people like they were 6-year-old stepchildren. But the first conversation I had with him is how Jesus changed his life and how he walking on the path of Christ. People just be talking, bro. People just be talking. You're not a good person if you treat people like that, period.
Just love people. And yeah. So, did I tell you three things, or how many did you get,
I
babe?
think we're good.
Okay.
Even Kendra, like, I just need you to stop talking. I think we good. Like, oh my goodness, lady, please stop talking. I think we good. Oh my goodness. Cringe Fest 2025.
So, did I tell you three things, or how many did you get,
I
babe?
think we're good.
Okay.
Oh, and why would a guy be lucky to be with you?
I'm simply amazing, you know.
Is this camera on me? Mm-hmm.
I'm amazing. I'm loyal. I believe in monogamy, I'm healthy. and by the grace of God. Um, I I'm just a ray of sunshine. I'm a walk. Check this out. I come from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, so I'm a thoroughbred. I'm down with you. We can start out here, but if something happened and you find yourself, down and out, I got your back. We gonna make it work. It's gonna work. We gonna work it out. You
You don't have my back. You leave men. You have a history of leaving men, breaking off engagements, divorcing husbands. So it's all cap. It's all poppycock and it's all cap. Shout out to Lauren for donating $5. Okay, I'm gonna mark you down. Or matter of fact, I can mark you down now, Lauren, because I got it pulled up. Hold on.
understand, and vice versa. It needs to go both ways. Walk. Check this out. I come from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, so I'm a thoroughbred. I'm down with you. We can start out here, but if something happened and you find yourself, down and out, I got your back. We gonna make it work. It's gonna work. We gonna work it out. You understand, and vice versa. It needs to go both ways, of course. But life happens. Life happens, and I'm at a place in my life where you know I value working through, feel, deal, and heal. It's not, at this stage of the game, it's just, ah, yeah.
Let's watch that one more time. What was that little moment? So yeah, we at crunch time. So $15 met. It's on y'all. If we meet 10 more dollars, I'll stay on 2 hours. It's on y'all. So if anybody listening want me to stay on for another 45 minutes, we need 10 more dollars in donations. Cash App, PayPal, Streamlabs all at the top of the chat.
Feel, deal, and heal. It's not, at this stage of the game, it's just, ah, yeah. I believe I'm a blessing to anyone who comes into my life.
Well, you
Especially
definitely you have a lot of personality,
Thank you.
so they would have to be open to that. All right.
You hear that shade? Kendra be throwing shade on the low. I mean, it ain't really that much on the low, but Kendra be throwing shade. You definitely have a lot of personality, and somebody will have to be open to that. That's shade. Oh my goodness. That's funny. Everybody shout out Divine Photos. He just donated $5. We only need $5 more to stay on 2 hours. I think we can meet it. I think we can meet it. I think we can meet it. We only need $5 more. Who's gonna be the one to keep us on 2 hours? Or I might stay a little bit. I'll just say 2 hours. I might say 2 hours to 2 hours and 15.
Loyal. I believe in monogamy. I'm healthy, and, by the grace of God. Um, I'm just a ray of sunshine. I'm a walk. Check this out. I come from the 60s, 70s, and 80s, so I'm a thoroughbred. I'm down with you. We can start out here, but if something happened and you find yourself, down and out, I got your back. We gonna make it work. It's gonna work. We gonna work it out. You understand? And vice versa. It needs to go both ways, of course. But life happens. Life happens, and I'm at a place in my life where you know I value working through, feel, deal, and heal. It's not, at this stage of the game, it's just, ah, yeah. I believe I'm a blessing to anyone who comes into my life.
Well, you
Especially
definitely you have a lot of personality,
Thank you.
so they would have to be open to that. All right, Gazelle, you're 60. What's the age range you would date?
I sure hope my 45-year-old son ain't on here. But listen, I would say 50, 50 to 62. I don't want him too much older. I 50 to 62, maybe 63.
Okay, 50. So you rather him be younger,
Or close in range, but preferably, a couple of years, because I have a lot of energy, Kendra. I'm not, a lot of folks my age, they talking about retiring, sitting back, enjoying the grandkids. I'm gonna enjoy the grandkids. I just took them to Ocean City, and we got the resort and had a great time. I'm planning a cruise for them and all of that. But at the end of the day, I feel like my life just beginning. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm ready to live, Kendra.
ready to live. Okay, so she's ready to be out here. Should he be in Hartford?
Not necessarily in Hartford. No,
So I didn't ask you your son's ages. Do you want to share?
I don't have a problem with that. I'm proud of my masterpieces. I have my firstborn is 45. If you do the math, you'll see. Yes, I had my son young, at 15, and at 18, I went into the military so I could give him a better life, get him out of this environment. 9 years and a day later, I had my baby girl. I got pregnant with her in the military. That's Martina. She's 36, and then I have Isaiah. Isaiah's 32. Oh, well, he'll be 32 the end of this year. Isaiah's about to celebrate 7 years of marriage. Oh my God.
Okay. So yeah, shout out to Vince. He just donated $5. We just made the $25 2 hour goal. So I'm definitely staying on 2 hours. Maybe a little bit longer, but definitely 2 hours minimum. Um so yeah, the one thing I want to talk about before we get off of her, she said she wants a man from 50, essentially she said from 50 to her age. So 50 to 60 essentially. Man, it's a wrap on that. Let that go. See, these are these delusional older women with young spirits that think a man 10 years younger want to date an old woman. No, look, even a 50-year-old man who wants to date in his age range doesn't want to date a 60-year-old woman. Even look, this is what I'm trying to say. Even men who want to date in their age range are going to go, you know, 5 to 10 years younger. You know what I'm saying? So even a 55-year-old man who wants to date in his age range is looking for something about, you know, 40 to 50. And even a 60-year-old man who wants to date in his age range is trying to get something, 50 to 55. You see what I'm saying? Like they're lost, man. They just don't get it. How do they not get it? That she's been on Earth 60 years and she don't know that men date younger? So realistically, if she was realistic with herself, she would have said from 61 to 75. If she was being real with herself, at the very minimum, she would have said from 60 to 70. If she, if she was keeping it real with her damn self.
Like, we, and let's see. And my baby boy, who's 21.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yes,
All right. All right, Casal, let's do it. Should a guy be in Hartford? I can't remember what you said.
not necessarily. I have a passport. I travel. I have some trips planned in the near future to Atlanta, New Orleans, North Carolina. So, yeah, hit me
Let's
up. We can
do
go out for
it.
coffee
Let's
or
do
any
it.
one of those places. Yes.
Gazelle, Hartford, 60, Leo, entrepreneur, Montefiore.
Excuse me.
Montefiore, correct?
I'm sorry.
Moms of four kids?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I said you're a mom of four.
Oh yes, I have 4 children. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
four.
yes. Three sons
Okay.
and a daughter.
Yes, married twice. All right, Gazelle, are you on the Kendra G singles dating app?
I am.
Okay, Gazelle. I was like, I don't know. I think she could be ready. Okay, let's do it. So, what is your name on the dating app?
I don't know.
Let me see if I can find you. Listen, we have introduced video verification. So now when you log in, you have to do video verification to confirm
I've done
you're the
that.
person.
Yes.
Okay, that means you did it recently then. How old are
Just I can't. Let's move on. Let's see if I can find this Kendra video. Yep, I found it. I found it. All right, let's see.
Is when women start talking about the rich nigga with money they experience. My favorite thing is when women start talking about the rich nigga with money. My favorite thing is when women start talking about the rich nigga with money they experienced at one time and how he's superhuman. This man do everything. He tolerate everything. He like her just the way she is. He ain't never got no issues. He love just spending money for no reason. You know, he just go out of his way. He just this amazing individual. And he never comes up until she talking about the nigga who ain't. You know, he never is ever the person that we know about until she talking to a nigga that ain't trying to do none of the shit that the rich nigga with money did.
Well, I'll say this. Any woman who say the N word or refer to males as the N word, it's a black flag. It's not a red flag. It's a black flag. I would never. I don't care how fine she was, even if she was sweet, but she just called guys the N word. I couldn't date her. But yeah, these women get in their head because they had a fling with a dude who made 250K, or maybe even a fling with a dude. Some of these mid women be having flings with millionaires, and they think that's their status, and they're going to talk about that man for the rest of their lives and compare every man they talk to that man. But you never had that man. It might even make sense if you actually was married to that man for a few years. It would make sense, but he plucked on you for a few months, and just yeah, it's silly.
And I just always be wondering, what's the purpose about bragging about a man you ain't got to a man you trying to get to do the shit about the man who ain't trying to do it no more? Like, I don't understand that. Why would I be in a man face who trying to court me or telling me what he not gonna do, talking about what the man who did it did, and I can't keep that man either? Why y'all always know a rich nigga with money, but you ain't never with the rich nigga with money? Why y'all always can spot a trick and tell us who gonna pay for this and who gonna take care of that and who gonna go and do this and why he doing it, and it's just so easy for you, but you not with that man? It never ever ever made sense to me in the world of never. It's like, why are you bragging about somebody that you successfully couldn't sustain a relationship with? He must not be that great of a person, or you're just lying about what he did for you. It
She's not. Well, she still got to appease the sisterhood a little bit, but or maybe the woman isn't that great of a person. But I doubt she's gonna go that angle. But realistically, that's why in a lot of cases, and then in most of the cases, it's just they never intended on being in a serious relationship with you in the first place. See, here's the thing. Men with money see mid women as easy targets. I can impress her with some money. She's broke. She's mid. She's gonna be impressed with me spending, $1,000 on her. It's shooting fish in a barrel for high value men. See, that's probably the main use case for Kendra's app. For T Orlando's to go on there who, got an impressive job, probably got an impressive Instagram, and can knock off mids all day long. See, now if a chick is a 9 or a 10, you just having money, you just spending $1,000 on her. She ain't gonna be as impressed. She used to dudes with money tricking, 2, 3, 4, 5,000 on her. So your $1,000 ain't gonna go as far. But dudes who actually got money and prestige, they just like shooting fish in the barrel when it come to low value women. Trick off 500 and she impressed. Get the buns for 500 or 1,000.
It can't be both. Or it could be you made him up in order to entice the other man to do those things for you that he's not interested in doing. I just find that quite ironic. It's always an imaginary man with money who do everything a woman can dream of that she want to bring up in conversation as a wild draw for. And she can't never find him in real life to keep him for no reason at all. That just don't make sense to me. All I'm saying is if you got the nigga with money, why you didn't keep him? And get out the nigga face of who won't complaining about the nigga who will. If you say you know who will, go get the will. Why are you complaining with the won't when you know what will do? Go get will.
Touch on something else too with this video.
Until she talking to.
If she had action, if she was prettier and more fit, she would be talking like these girls talking that she's condemning right now. The only reason she talking like that, because she knows she don't qualify for. So let's not get it effed up that she's just such a great person. If she was a 7 or above and fit, she would be talking just like these girls and doing exactly what they doing. So let's not get that effed up like she's just so moral and noble.
Such a beautiful day in Chicago. But first, I have a PSA announcement for all the negative men in my comment section.
Before we hear the public service announcement to the negative men in her comment section, can we talk about Kendra's narcissism and ego? Always with a camera in her face. She's so in love with herself. There's no room for a man. Her ego's too big in her life. No room for a man. And then, of course, she got her breast pushed up through her turtleneck. That's what she's leading with at 46 years old. It's a sad, sad affair. Face full of makeup, tits pushed up in the camera is my bread and butter.
Baby, do you realize how much you embarrass yourself? Let me tell you something. Happy men who got the woman of their dreams, they don't spend all day in my comment section hating on women. No, they
Woman of their dreams. Let's take it slow, y'all. Let's take this shit slow. We on for 2 hours, so we got a little time to take it slow. Okay. So basically, men who are in happy relationships can't criticize anything on the internet with women. That's her argument. Let's just think about how stupid that is for a minute, folks. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some people who get in the comments and try to hurt Kendra's feelings. I'll agree, that's some sucker stuff. If I was to leave a comment, it's not going to be to hurt Kendra's feelings. It's just to ask some genuine questions. And y'all know what type of genuine questions I would ask Kendra. It wouldn't be to hurt her feelings. So I agree. Dudes who are obsessed with getting in women's comments section and saying, "Oh, you're gonna die alone" and all that. I mean, it's pointless. But I mean, I get it. It could be fun trolling these arrogant creatures. They talk so much stuff about us. We just feel compelled to, fight back a little bit. Um, but I'm gonna say, yeah, somebody saying something negative in the comment section is not necessarily a reflection of their relationship status or how much they like their girlfriend or wife. It's an absurd premise. So let's continue. And she gonna make sure them boobs in the camera. I mean, what else do she got other than her obnoxious attitude and a bunch of weave and makeup? and her money that she wouldn't want to spend on you as a man. So that don't really matter. But let's continue. But yeah, if it didn't bother her, yeah, Lauren, if it didn't bother her, she wouldn't be making videos about it and always talking about it. The negative men in her comments.
Thriving in life. So if you are negative and you're a male in my comment section, you fall into one of these 6 categories. Number 1, you're single and unhappy. Single men judging women for being single. Now that is some funny shit.
Well, let's talk about it. A single man and a single woman is not the same reality. It just isn't. So there's no comparison, Kendra. You just said on one of your shows, men and women are different, and women need to start accepting that. You're just contradictory so often. Look, a single man, most women don't want most men. Most women don't want 80% of men. So it's just not the same. On the other hand, a woman has had men kicking down her door since 15 years old. So if you had all type of men kicking down your door since 15 and still single at 46, that's a different type of thing, isn't it, Kendra? That's a different type of thing. And you always claim you're a specialty and you a boss baby, you so fine, you the finest dark skinned girl we ever seen and all that, and you so rich and wonderful. That make it even 10 times worse. That makes it 10 times worse. So you can't compare big dog Kendra G to an average Joe in the comment section. Why are you even bringing yourself down to their level to even compare the two? You big Kendra G. You pretty, beautiful, rich, loving, caring, wonderful Kendra G. So if you're so fucking wonderful, why are you still single? So it's no comparison. But let's continue.
Number 2, you got a girl, you're not single, but you don't really like her. You settle. So you wish a woman like me could be your girl. Baby, ain't never gonna happen.
Okay, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. Let's talk. First off, look, I know this isn't what you really look like. You're pretty good here with all this makeup and fake hair and special effects, George Lucas effects, Steven Spielberg effects. You look pretty good here. You look pretty effable here. You know, boobs pushed up in the camera. I get it. This is no self-awareness. That was just cringe and arrogant, egotistical, and it really reflects your poor character. That whole little thing you just did, and you zoomed up and down. You getting fat, Kendra. So I don't know what you're talking about, but okay, I'll let it ride. Do men want to be in a relationship with Kendra G? Generally speaking, see, no. The answer is no. Generally speaking, men don't want to be in a relationship with a woman like this. She's mistaken men wanting to take her to Pound Town with men want me as their girlfriend, and a lot of women get this screwed up. I don't know why women struggle with this so hard. Sexual desire and relationship desire, two different things. Do you think most men like your personality type? Do you think most men want to be in a serious relationship with a woman who always got to be in the camera with her boobs pushed up in the screen? Loud, obnoxious, always bashing men, talking about men with ED, calling men bitch ass niggas and all that. Do you think most men desire that for a wife or for a serious relationship? And on top of all that, a woman who traveling all the time, always at events with other high value men and other men's faces on this plane and that plane, gotta go here, gotta go there, never got time for you. Busy, busy, busy. Do you think men desire that type of woman to be in a relationship with? Stop it, Kendra. Stop it. Just because dudes want to pluck you don't mean dudes want to be with you. Hence why you're single. And so wonderful, apparently, and so fine, and so rich and everything, but still single. So, I mean, look, The fact that you're still single just disproved your last point. Y'all mad and y'all want to be in a relationship with me. Well, if all these men want to be in a relationship with you, never mind.
Find happiness with the one you got, okay? Number 3, you're broke. Okay, but here's the deal, that's your fault. You have bad time management skills because why you online all day in women's comment sections you never gonna meet? Get out there and get some cash. Make something of yourself, okay?
Kendra, are you telling me that men who get into the bag don't leave comments online? Like, men find time to do a lot of things. Just because a man busy don't mean he can't look on Instagram for a couple minutes. He might be sitting in the lobby waiting to go into a meeting where he about to close a $5 million deal. But he waiting for the meeting to start. He in the lobby for 10, 15 minutes waiting for the meeting to start. He got time to scroll on Instagram and roast your goofy ass. So another ridiculous point. Men who make a comment I don't like in my comment section are all broke. Or one of these 6 things. It's stupid. It's all stupid.
Number 4, you have a small penis and your sex game is whack. And when you get a girl, she cheats on you or leaves you. Now that don't got nothing to do with me.
None of this is actually addressing the points that these negative comments are making. I mean, regardless of somebody's size downstairs, size in the pants, what does that have to do with the point they made about something you said? Somebody with a small wee wee can make a good point. Somebody with a big wee wee can make a good point or a bad point. Penis size doesn't really negate points in arguments. I mean, the whole point of this video is to say nobody has ever made a valid point disagreeing with me. Her whole argument in this video is no one has made a valid point when saying something that I deem as negative because they're all just mad and hating for one reason or another. Mad and hating because they broke. Mad and hating because they got a little wee wee. Anybody who ever said anything in the comments that I don't like who had a penis was just mad and hating. That makeup ain't doing wonders for that neck, Kendra. That neck still looking about 46. You gotta find the neck app, Kendra. You gotta find the Nectune app. You know what I mean? The neck ain't matching the fake face. The neck ain't matching the fake face, Kendra. Work on it.
That's between you and God. Ask him to make you more well endowed in the next lifetime, okay? Number 5, you're socially awkward. You don't know how to deal with women in real life, so you spend all day online engaging with them in arguments in the comment section. And number 6, you are sex deprived. You can't
Okay. Socially awkward. Look, Kendra. Look, socially awkward people can make good points too. I don't know, man. Hey, look, don't argue with these women in the comment section. I agree. They're not worth arguing with. If you do just want to make a point, make your point and just log off. Definitely don't go back and forth with these imbeciles. They're not going to concede your point no matter how right you are. So yeah, it's a waste of time.
get none. So you're frustrated, and that frustration got you typing all online all damn day. So there you have it. Those are the 6 categories that the negative men fall into in my comment section.
Now keep in mind, she's just walking in a circle on the strip. Think about how awkward this would look. I mean, because this is socially awkward. Is this not socially awkward? Walking back and forth on the strip? I mean, that seems a little socially awkward to me. Am I tripping?
So as you respond, because I know you will, just make sure you write which number category you belong to. Back to my fabulous Chicago day. Such a beautiful day.
Sorry for wasting you guys' time with that, but I just had to. Um, yeah. Let's uh let's see what else. Oh, why not? I'm about to lose all my watchers now. Let's see. Should I do? Let's see what she talking about for a second, and then we might have time for this too.
Okay, I need some. Hello, you guys. Welcome back to the channel.
This woman is nuts. This woman is nuts.
Welcome back to the channel, you guys. In today's video, we are going to talk about why are older women giving up on dating, giving up on relationships, period. I am seeing more, and I love it. You guys know I love to see this. I love to see my ladies out here, coming out here telling their stories, coming out here stating the reasons as to why they do not date these men, why they have decentered men, why they are walking away. I have told you guys in many videos, it's not the men walking away. As a matter of fact, you guys, I don't really even hear too much content. I don't know if my algorithm has just doesn't filter it to me, but I don't see too much content anymore about MGTOW.
Because we don't gotta constantly make videos on the internet all day talking about how we MGTOW. We might made a one, and then we move on with our lives. You bitches just talk about this shit every day, talking about men and decentering men, and like, I mean, yeah, and plus they've demonized that term, so men don't use it anymore. Yeah, they're quietly going their own way, but we know women can't do anything quietly. They gotta scream everything to the heavens, and on social media. But yeah, men don't give a fuck about constantly making social media videos. And if they do, it's for financial purposes or just because they have a whole channel about it or whatever. But yeah, that's why, Tracy. We're not like you bitches. We're not as desperate for attention like you bitches.
MGTOW, you guys, were men going their own way. Now, I do still see content from red pill, incel men, manosphere men. But I believe most of these subcategories of the manosphere came originally from MGTOW men.
Shows you don't know what you're talking about. I mean, really, you could just say, I mean, red pill knowledge has always been around since the caveman days, I'm sure. Just understanding female nature is red pill knowledge. So actually, MGTOW derived from just basic red pill knowledge. Manosphere, that word came later, I feel like. But yeah, men have been going their own way since the caveman days. Just might not have had that title. But women only think something exists, 5 minutes before they heard about it. Or 5 minutes before whatever media they watch told them to care about it. Or 5 minutes before TikTok or Instagram told them to care about it.
Men going their own way, but yet I don't see too much content from them. They could still be out there making a lot of content. I just don't see it, you guys. And so it's not men going their own way. It is women, what they call it, wig towel.
Exactly. See? See? Y'all can't even come up with your own stuff. Y'all wait for us to build it and then you jump on the bandwagon. It's in a woman's DNA, 90% of them. Wait for a man to build it and then jump on the bandwagon and say, why am I not co CEO of this?
And so it's not men going their own way. It is women, what they call it, wig towel. Wig towel. It's women going their own way. And more, you guys, I have been seeing older women, they're like, we're done.
No, men are done with older women, and it's always been like that since the caveman days. Men have always stayed far away from older women if they weren't already their wives or whatever. That's nothing new. So you're doing the whole "you can't fire me, I quit" thing. Everybody has known since the beginning of mankind that men aren't interested in older women. So now women are trying to say, "Well, no, we don't want nothing to do with y'all. We want to be single cat ladies." Nice try, lady.
It's women going their own way. And more, you guys, I have been seeing older women, they're like, we're done. I'm not interested in a man. I don't want to go on dates with these men. I don't want to be in a relationship with a man.
And I actually suggest this, like all jokes aside, I'm not joking around. Because I was just saying it when we was going over the other video. I said after 40, it's time for women to go wig towel. I completely condone this movement. After 40, if you've been failing at dating with men for 22 years, if you've been failing for over 20 years with men, it's time to go wig towel. I'll get my wig towel merch, put it up in my house because I support it. I'm in full support. I'll go to the wig towel march. Straight up, like women over 40, I completely condone them going wig towel.
I don't want to go on dates with these men. I don't want to be in a relationship with a man. And so in today's video, I want to talk about 5 reasons. I think I can come up with 5 reasons of why this older woman and older women are giving up on dating and are giving up on relationships, period. Number 1, out the gate, we tired. We tired. We are tired.
Let's be clear. They're going to be tired at this age, to menopausal ages. They're going to be tired no matter what. If they chose the streets, they're going to be tired of the streets. If they chose a wholesome family, they tired of taking care of the family. They going to be tired. 40 plus is the tide is. You know what I mean? So whether men was acting right, whether men was acting wrong, y'all hoes gonna be tired. Don't put that on men. That was already built into your DNA.
We tired. We tired. We are tired. If you're of a big age like me, it's like I have found that women, once they hit 40, this is what I have found in my experience. Once women hit 40, they just, oftentimes they're like, they know the game, they know what it is, and they are just like, I'm tired. I have been seeing so many older women like, we are emotionally exhausted. We have been in enough relationships that we are well aware that relationships are hard work. Relationships are nothing but compromise. We have lived enough life, older women, that we're like, all these men are going to do is disappoint you. All they're going to do is waste your time. I think that younger ladies don't know this yet because they just simply have not had enough relationship experience like an older woman has. That younger women continue to do this dance with this man because they just don't know. Oftentimes, this is why I say this is why this older man always talking about he want a young girl, because she doesn't have the life experience. She doesn't have the intel to know better. She doesn't have the wherewithal. Whereas an older woman, been there, done that. We already know these men, 99.99% out of 100, they're going to do one, if not all of these things. They're going to be a cheater. They're going to be a whore. They're going to...
Hold on, man. Y'all help me out. For the people who've been here for a while, didn't she say one time she been married 5 times? That tell you everything you need. If somebody been married 5 times, that tell you everything you need to know about this person and their mental state. She even admitted to, I think, having a good man, and she left him. Look, 70 statistically speaking, from the statistics I could find, 70% of men don't cheat, and women cheat at I think men cheat at a 28% rate, and women at a 22% rate. Is damn near the same thing. So that argument is null and void.
Stick their eggplant in another hole. Guaranteed. If they're not a cheater and cheating with other women, they are DL. A lot of these men, an older woman has realized, a lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throat of Billy's mouth.
Bro, that's another meme. I gotta stop making memes, yo. I got a problem, but I that one's a meme.
Realize a lot of these men are sticking, cheating with other women, they are DL. A lot of these men, an older woman has realized, a lot of these men are sticking their eggplants down the throat of Billy's mouth. Older...
I guess that makes sense. So wait, they're sticking their eggplant down the throat of Billy's mouth. Does that make sense?
plants down the throat of Billy's mouth. Older women, we just like, we know what it is. It's like we just know what it is. You know how like your parents, you guys, when you were younger, they would just be like, I remember my mom had told me one day, I forgot what I was doing, and I was dealing with some boy I was dating, and oh, I remember. It was this guy I was dating, my boyfriend. And my mom, I was young. I was like, ooh, I want to say, I think maybe I was a senior in high school. And I had a boyfriend. And this boyfriend was like 5 years older than me. And so he was working in this restaurant. And he was a waiter, so he was making a lot of good money off of tips, right? And so he used to buy me all this stuff, like always buying me all this stuff. And I remember, I mean, nice, expensive stuff, you guys. Always taking me out to nice restaurants. This is why I say to this day, I'm like, a man can't impress me talking about he want to take me to a 5-star restaurant. It's like, I was getting 5-star restaurant dinners when I was 18.
You're living with 2 roommates. So I mean, okay, what did it amount to, Tracy? You living with 2 other people. You don't even got your own place. I mean, I ain't knocking you for real, but I'm knocking you because you talking all this shit. That's why I'm knocking.
Like, seriously, you guys. Top of the riverfront, like top of the line restaurants. These boyfriends of mine were taking me to. Well, this particular boyfriend I had, he was buying me all kind of things, right? Clothes. I remember he bought me the real super expensive thing that he bought me, where my mom was like antennas up, and it was this full leather dress, you guys. Real leather, none of this faux leather stuff. It was bad. It was like a bodycon. Oh, I'll never forget it. Black leather dress. I think I actually wore it to my homecoming or something. It was bad and expensive. That nice plush soft leather. And my mom was like, "Where did you get that from?" Because my mom knows leather. So she was like, "This is real leather." And she was like, "Where did you get this from?" I was like, my boyfriend. And my mom was like, "Your boyfriend should not be buying you expensive things like this. You're..."
Mama hating because ain't nobody buy her a leather dress back in her day. They sabotage each other's lives. Raina, I don't know if you listening, Raina, but don't take advice from a woman. I don't give a fuck if it's your own mama. They love sabotaging each other's lives.
18. So her antennas was up. Shortly after then, he had bought me this 1-carat diamond ring. And me being just so young and silly, I was like, she saw that ring on my finger, because I knew not to show it to her because she had already told me about this leather dress, and that was too expensive of a gift to be receiving from a boyfriend. So I had my ring on my finger, and he put the ring on my finger, and he put it on this finger, the wedding finger. But me just being so young, dumb, and full of I had that 1-carat solitaire diamond ring on my finger. My mother was sitting across from me at the dinner table, and she looked at me. She said, "What is that on your finger?" And I said, "Oh, this is just a little ring." And I think I said, "This is a promise ring that my boyfriend bought me." She said, "Tracy, that's not a promise ring." And I was like, "Yes, it is. We promised to be boyfriend and girlfriend." And she was like, "It's not a promise ring, Tracy. That is an engagement ring." She was like, "No, you need to give that ring back."
Yeah, because nobody wanted to marry mama funky ass. Hating on her daughter. Honestly, if I vetted the guy, it was my daughter, I'd be happy. I want my daughter to get married at 18. And I don't mind if the nigga, whatever, 23, 24, 25. I mean, the man. If he a good dude, yeah, please take her off the markets, because she ain't going to do shit but destroy her life if she left to her own devices. You a nice young man. You got a good job. Do right by her. I help y'all in any way you need. Just do right by her, and I'm good. Please take her off these streets.
Tracy, that is an engagement ring. She was like, "No, you need to give that ring back." You know how, like, when you're younger like that, you guys, and I remember my mom had said to me, she said, "I have lived way more life than you have. I have had way more life experiences than you have." She said, "I know what I know about these boys and these men."
AKA, I'm bitter and jaded and a fucking hater, and I'm going to turn you into a feminist if it's the last thing I do. I'm going to turn you into a man-hating feminist if it's the last thing I do. Just because you had a lot of experiences don't mean you had a lot of good experiences. You had a lot of failure experiences. Fuck out of here. Just because you old don't mean you wise.
She said, "That is an engagement ring." But because I was so young, I didn't know anything about that. She said, "That means this man is trying to lock you down and have you soon be just committed to just him."
And what the hell is wrong with that, Mama? What the hell is wrong? Like these man, women are sick creatures. They're sick fucking creatures, bro. That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm already hot. It's early as hell. 104. Oh my God, you guys, it's early in the morning and it's already my dash saying 104.
This woman is nuts. This woman is nuts.
Oh God. But my mom knew. Young ladies, this is what aunties are out here today trying to say. Young ladies, you are so lucky to have a lot of aunties, virtual aunties out here like myself, who can tell you the game and what these men are on. Older women are just walking away from relationships, you guys, because they have had so much experience with these.
I hope young women have enough discernment to be like, this lady, something wrong with this lady. She crazy. She seem bitter. She hate men. She doesn't seem happy. I don't want to grow up to be like you, lady. I really hope if there's any young women watching this, that's the conclusion that they come to. I don't want to be in my car every day at 50 bashing men. I don't want this to be my future.
Men. And it's like the same thing, just on repeat. A different man, a different size, a different race, a different color, a different height, a different eggplant, but it's the same dude. It's the same experience. And after so many years, older women, you just get exhausted. Like when you continue to find out most of these men are cheaters. When you just continue to find out a lot of these men are suppressing their homosexual urges. When you just continue to find out most of these men are going to physically, verbally, emotionally, financially, spiritually abuse you. When you just keep finding out that most of these men will give you an STD. When you just keep finding it out and it's just like on repeat, you just become so exhausted. This is why men will say, older women, they just bitter. They jaded. It's not that we're bitter. We don't want these dudes, ladies. We don't want these dudes. We are tired. We are tired of dealing with them. We want a time out. We want a break.
A break? I thought you were les. Never mind. Okay, if women are so great in your les now, are you in a committed 5, 10 year relationship with a woman? And if so, why you don't talk about that so much? Since you so great and men are so horrible, then it should work out with, at least one of these women you're dating. Right. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all later tonight. Should be back on between 4 and 6 p.m. Central Time. Remember, how others treat you is their karma. How you treat others is your karma. Don't be like Tracy. Be nice to people, because God's watching. And remember, I'm a nice guy. I just play asshole on the internet, and I've never done anything remotely wrong my entire life. Join the membership. I'm going to do a membership exclusive episode pretty soon here. I do multiple every weekend. Plus, you get access to all the members. Well, you get access to all the lives. If you miss a live, more than likely, it's going to be behind the paywall. Plus, for every episode I drop publicly, I drop the next one privately behind the membership paywall. It's worth it. Join the membership. Link in the description. Check out merch. Hold on. Let me show y'all. Do I got merch pulled up? Hold on. I'm going to show y'all some merch real quick. If you want to stay tuned real quick. Y'all probably already seen it, but if you want to see the new merch that I just added, stay tuned real quick. Um, Link in the description. new new merch. Find bliss in the abyss. You have a chubby woman falling in the abyss with her wine glass. So that's the new merch. We got we got shirts for the ladies, premium female shirt. Get you a fine bliss in the abyss shirt, ladies, to support the content. uh, this red pill shit. Do a hat. So funny. There's the other oh, I forgot I got the black one too. If you want the black fine bliss in the abyss. Um, and then the Noah's Ark. You can't save them all with the hoes out waiting. But yeah, I'll holler at y'all later. Join the membership. I'm out.